One sunny morning, a curious kid named Leo decided today was the day for an adventure. He grabbed his little blue backpack, which felt surprisingly heavy. Inside, he had packed 3 very important things: a shiny red apple for a snack, a crinkly old map he'd drawn himself, and a heart full to the brim with courage. Leo had heard a secret, a whisper on the wind, about a hidden trail. They said it only appeared to kids who truly loved adventures, and it started right beyond the giant oak tree at the edge of town. When Leo reached the magnificent old oak, its leaves rustled, and it felt like the wind was whispering directly to him, asking, "Are you ready?" Leo took a small, shaky breath. "I think so," he whispered back. 2. In that very instant, the ground at the base of the tree began to sparkle. A soft, golden light shimmered, and a narrow trail began to glow, winding its way between the trees like a magical ribbon. This was it. Leo's heart pounded with excitement. He took one deep breath, adjusted his brave backpack, and took his first step onto the glowing path. 2. The trail led him deep into a forest unlike any he'd ever seen. The squirrels scurrying up the trees wore tiny acorn hats, and the birds didn't just chirp. They sang out directions in beautiful, melodic tunes. Every step was a thrill, a new discovery. It was exciting, and just a little bit scary, which is how you know it's a real adventure. Soon, the gentle path brought Leo to the edge of a wide, rushing river. There was no bridge in sight, only a line of mossy, slippery-looking hopping stones stretching across the water. For a moment, Leo hesitated. The water looked fast and cold. He looked down at his shoes, then back at the stones. He could turn back, but the thought of what lay ahead was too exciting. "I can do this," he said out loud, his voice small but determined. He took his first hop, landing safely on a stone. Then another and another. Step by step, with a few wobbly moments and a little splash of water on his shoes, Leo made it all the way across. On the other side, a dark cave loomed before him, its entrance like a gaping mouth. A shiver ran down Leo's spine, and his knees started to shake just a little. But then he felt a comforting warmth from his backpack, as if it were giving him a gentle pat on the back, cheering him on. He remembered his heart full of courage and took another deep breath. Inside the cave, it wasn't dark and scary for long. A soft glow lit up the space. Leo saw it wasn't a monster waiting inside, but a tiny, lost baby dragon with sparkly green scales and big, teary eyes. "I can't find my way home," the little dragon sniffed, a puff of smoke coming from its nose. Leo's fear vanished instantly. He knelt down and smiled kindly. "Don't worry," he said. "Let's find it together." Leo unfolded his crinkly map. It might not have shown a dragon's home, but a map for adventures, and this was the biggest adventure yet. With the map for guidance, Leo's courage for strength, and the little dragon's hopeful companionship, they set off. They climbed steep, grassy hills, ran through meadows filled with flowers that glowed in the twilight, and followed the brightest stars in the night sky. Finally, they saw it in the distance, a glowing mountain that pulsed with a warm, gentle light. The baby dragon squeaked with joy. As they got closer, a happy roar echoed through the air. The baby dragon's family rushed out to greet them, their scales shimmering in the moonlight. "Thank you, brave adventurer." The biggest dragon rumbled, nuzzling Leo gently. Just as the dragon family was reunited, the golden trail reappeared at Leo's feet, ready to guide him home. He waved goodbye to his new friends and followed the path back through the forest, across the river, and all the way to the old oak tree. Arriving just in time for dinner, his little blue backpack now rested by the door, dusty and a bit worn, but looking prouder than ever. And as Leo sat at the dinner table, he smiled, knowing he had learned something incredibly important that day. Every great adventure, no matter how big or small, begins with just one brave step. Thanks for joining Leo's adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.